production.
Top of the top. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the motherfucking Orange Juice and the Blunt for Breakfast morning show. Hard to start, JD. I got my big bro in the building. Top of the morning, big bro.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Big chilling like a villain. We went old school on that one.
Come on now.
Yeah.
That might have went over their heads. That's a little too 90s, 280s.
290s
right here.
Chilling like a villain, slow motion in the big old ocean.
Come
trying
on
to stay afloat.
Trying to stay afloat, trying to keep my head above water, man. Oh, my mom. 100%. Like I said, this is the
Trying to see some paper.
Come on now. Y'all know this is the digital newspaper, man. 100%, man. Y'all see it at the bottom of the screen. You can find my big breath, YouTube, Gen Wealth, all net, Gen Wealth net, all one word. Bogard, Sky Free, Apple and Spotify, 100%. You can find him on Instagram, Gen Wealth net _ 100%. Big bro, just to our fantasy football enthusiasts that do pop in on this show from time to time. We just started up one of the dynasty leagues for the community that we building, for the Gen Wealth community that we building. So just be on the lookout. If y'all want to get in some of these leagues, DM either me, Bogey, Ear to the Streets, or Peacock, or Spencer too. Let us know. Look, I want to get down. I want to go to war with y'all, man. 100%, man. It's that time. One of the drafts finna start after the Super Bowl Monday or something. So yeah, man, let us know, bro. Fantasy season, don't sleep with us, bro.
You really don't. And we're definitely gonna fire up like a half dozen of them joints. So we got one filled up already. Because I figured, like, hey, that's going right into the draft season. You know what I mean? Do them slow drafts. You know what I mean? Sometimes it might take like a month, three weeks for some of those things. So it's a good time. You know what I mean? And actually, I feel like those slow drafts definitely get a league acquainted with each other.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like when you go through a slow draft for 3-4 weeks with a group of people, and then, the ones that you don't already know, you feel like you get to know them a pretty, you know what I mean? Because our leagues, we attract savages for real. So
just facts.
You know what I mean? There's nobody that's sleeping at the wheel, so to speak, in these leagues. At least we try our best to fill it with real D-gens, you know what I mean? And shout out to our man Slim too, man. Slim, I think he said he might be popping up. He's making a couple plays right now. But, you know what I mean? Shout out to our man Slim.
Shout out to Slim, man. 100%. New York, stand the fuck up.
Yeah, Brooklyn stand up.
100%, man. We got Ear to the Streets in the chat. Top of the morning, Ear.
What's up, Ear?
We got my Uncle Derek in the building. Top of the morning,
What's up, Derek?
Uncle Derek. That's my little cousin, his nephew's twin. So I got Lee here. Lee looked just like his Uncle Derek. He don't look like his grandpa. He looked like his Uncle Derek. And I know you know that too, Unc. I love you,
Unc. Shout out to Unc.
We got Plugger in the building.
What's up, Plug?
You too, big bro. You already know. Yes, sir. Look, Unc said, yes, sir. Your Unc in the chat, man. Oh, my mama. Unc Lee right here too, blood. Oh, everything. How you been so far though, big bro?
I mean, pretty good. You know what I mean? Got a lot done. I like being productive. You know what I mean? I mean, work is work, and I work essentially a commission-based job. So sometimes it's slow, but it was a pretty active week. You know what I mean? You gotta love when you get into the bag. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, and I've always been pretty good at it. Where it's like I can get to the bag, and sometimes the bag comes to me. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
And it was kind of a little bit of A and B this week. You know what I mean? And then obviously filled up that. The moment I even set up that league, got filled up in like that first hour. I was like, okay, you know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. I'm excited for 2025 off season, and then like, just all things considered, you know what I mean? Thinking about how crazy this year's been so far. It's only 24, 25 days in this motherfucker. It's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. You ain't never lied, man. 100%. So y'all make sure y'all stay safe out there. Tell your peoples that you love them. Give somebody a hug. You know what I mean? And you know what the motto of this show is. Hopefully we make you think about something. Hopefully we make you laugh. And we gonna have a good weekend, man. Let's get into the motherfucking first video, bro. Let's see if this shit work, man. Let's get it.
Orange juice and a blunt for breakfast.
Tell me how it sound on your end, bro.
We've been telling you for weeks about an increase in street-level drug enforcement here in the Chinatown International District. Well, we now know SPD and the feds were quietly tracking a group they say was in charge of much of the drug trafficking going on here. With 5 people now facing federal charges, city leaders hope it will make a difference on the street.
It's an area that's been called the jungle for years, and while it's been cleared and locked down now, this was the center of a fight over control of the drug trade in Seattle's Chinatown International District.
This is prime real estate for drug traffickers. They have been turf out battles for this control of this area.
Federal prosecutors say these men were among the group who trafficked much of the fentanyl and meth that was flowing through the jungle and still affects the notorious corner of 12th and Jackson.
This community has been under siege, and we're here today to say that we will not tolerate the widespread and staggering criminal conduct that is happening in this beautiful community.
Seattle police began working with the FBI in November 2023 to investigate who was in control of the camps and the drug trade here in the jungle. It was the same month when fire after fire destroyed encampments and overdoses were happening here daily.
Damn.
This group is not just trafficking dangerous drugs into the jungle, it is violent. And the investigators believe they're responsible for numerous shootings, robberies, and arsons.
The federal charges could put each of these men in prison for at least a decade. Today, Mayor Harrell praised the work of investigators and said enforcement is just one pillar of the city's plan to restore order in the Chinatown International District.
We are not afraid to make lawful constitutional arrests when they are necessary to keep our community safe. In this region, we want it to be safe. We want people to get treatment, but the drug trafficking, not here.
Ooh, he put his foot down, huh?
So the reason we have pictures of 4 of those guys is because they have previously served time in the Washington prison system, including one of those suspects who previously stabbed a taxi driver. Now, if they're convicted, they face a mandatory minimum of 10 years in federal prison. The indictment also mentions other unindicted co-conspirators, so we believe the investigation is still active and we'll be following up on it.
Whoa. You know, quick little thoughts real quick. The Italians and the Chinese mafia, so the Italian mafia and the Chinese mafia, that's what, in New York, that's what created the RICO law.
I remember you saying that.
That was the only way you could infiltrate, because the way the system is built, the lower level guys are just going to take the falls all day. And then the you know what I mean, shots get called within tier-based. So you never have a direct connection until they did RICO, where it's like, now you can group them all up and charge them all the same, you know what I mean? And like the Chinatowns, whether it's Frisco or Seattle, I'm sure Chicago's the same, like they're active as fuck everywhere. LA, you know what I mean? And that's the triads, B, you feel me?
Come on now.
And they just said a couple of those guys, they already been did time. Because then you get in there, and then you're in there like, all right, this is what you're gonna do when you get out. You know what I mean? And they keep making plays, bro. The shit's never ending. You know what I mean? And look at, even them only gonna get 10 years minimum. Like, that's still crazy, because they got money for lawyers too. These motherfuckers don't not have money. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. And like, you know, it's an exception to the rule when you're organized crime, bro, because like that's the only way they're gonna be able to get you is the RICO shit or tax evasion. You know what I mean? Right. Or in this case, all out turf war, and it's just everybody slipping.
Well, that's why you seen in the picture they had all them motherfucking guns though, because they was getting it. But my thing is though, like, right, this is called the jungle, right? And so the jungle is a supposedly homeless encampment.
Yeah, it's like the Skid Row.
Right.
It's like the Skid Row of Seattle.
See, that's my thing though, is that, like, you know what I mean? When is it homelessness Or is it a drug house? Is it the Carter outside with no motherfucking 4 walls and a roof and a basement and floors and shit like that, right? So my thing is, we got fentanyl, we got meth. We seen one of the explosions, right? They said several fires. One of them was an explosion. So that
because they whipping that thing up.
Meth. He was cooking meth in that mother.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm from the city of burnt down houses because the motherfuckers is cooking shit.
So look, right? So my thing is, right, because where I work at, I see this shit all the time. I might not see the explosions, I might not see the guns, but I see the use. They relax. When I say relax, they get higher than a motherfucker. So for now on here, y'all always heard me say how they relax. When I say relax, that means
that means they love it. They're high as the curve,
right? So I see, man, they'll relax. They'll get relaxed in front of me at my job, right? So my thing is like, these ain't homelessness. These is base heads.
Dope fiends, bro.
In an area where all the motherfucking relax, everything that you need to relax is in one area, right? So this is not homelessness. So here it is in California, even though I know this story ain't in California, but Governor Newsom spent $24 billion on homelessness in 7 years, right? So-called homelessness, this ain't nothing but up I-5. This is in Washington and Seattle. Same thing on the West Coast. It's the same shit, bro. These motherfuckers ain't homeless. They base heads, but yet also the motherfucking healthcare industry, because a lot of these dudes is my age and younger. You know what I mean? It's a lot of these motherfuckers hella young that's out here on these streets because they was popping pills, getting addicted to these opioid induced medication, and now here it is. Even though we come from where we come from, we know about how to get it out the mud, and it is what it is. But yet, this is what happens when you continue to feed the opioids on people. When you give the motherfuckers free money to go ahead and just do whatever they want to do, 100%. And like I said,
Social Security.
This ain't homelessness, bro. This is straight nothing but base heads, bro. And when you see it through wherever y'all at on this motherfucking stream, just look at it, bro. You can tell homelessness from base heads, bro.
And thoughts and prayers to your bruh from San Ho. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's recovering right now. But remember, even he was telling me, because I was in my city, it's called the Teacups.
Yeah.
Right. So it's this big ass creek area where when we were kids, fools before our time built these big old dirt ramps, and they call it the teacups. So fools used to ride their bikes in that motherfucker, a whole creek, and you can get this creek goes through the whole city. So like you could be a kid back like us back in the days, and we'll ride our bikes through this whole thing and go to the teacups and ride the jumps. That whole area now, this whole creek is all homeless villages. But your brother said they done flooded them all out. Because even at one point, the woods was just constantly, there'd be constant fires in there too. Just the whole fucking thing would be ablaze. But it was like a little village. You motherfuckers had makeshift little shacks and tents everywhere. It was insane. And like when the rainy season come, that's when you see them. They in the streets now. Because that creek will fill up and all these motherfuckers got to move out. Then you see them in that cold weather. When it's cold weather season, which is rainy and where I'm from, you just see them in the streets like thick as fuck. You know what I mean?
100%. Nah.
And you ain't lying. A lot of them are dope fiends.
No, look, bro.
They're homeless. A lot of them are homeless, but because they're dope fiends, they fuck their shit up.
I used to go into motherfucking homeless camps and have to clean them up. So on one of my duties for my job was I was on the 502 crew. The 502s is the work project. So all I do is pull up with the porta potty in the truck and the tools, or I'll pull up in the garbage truck so they can throw that shit in there and I compact that shit. But man, we go in this motherfucking bust down. You know what I mean? They be asking, Jared, man, y'all got some gloves for us? Because you know why? Man, they got needles out there, fuckers, bruh. It be needle, man. You pick something up, put your hand over it. 100%, bro. You got, man, look, I'm telling you, bro, you got real homelessness, that motherfuckers that be trying to look to get shelter and vouchers and food and shit like that because they don't want to be out in this motherfucking cold. Or
then you got the dope fiend.
But then you got these base heads, bro. I'm telling you, bro. And that's what this is. And it just showed it right there. So everybody that's watching this shit or that's going to see this shit, look at the homelessness in your motherfucking city. And just see what you just seen right now and just pay attention. I'm telling you, bro, 100%,
Yeah,
man.
and it's all.
These
It is
motherfuckers are
definitely
watching that.
has a lot to do with the drugs in the streets. I mean, like, you know what's crazy is like, you know, we come from an era where like, listen, we're gonna get to the bag however we gotta get to it. But see, I would always allegedly compartmentalize it, being like, okay, we're at this tier, where you know, because when you get to the lower level tiers where it's like these are knocks for real.
No, 100%.
That's just crazy. Because that's the thing where it's like, you know, you gotta have a real callous soul. You feel me? Because you don't give a fuck. You watching these motherfuckers deteriorate, and you know what I'm saying, but you're getting to the bag, and that's, you know what I mean? And like I said, people can compartmentalize it because you might be the guy who sells to the guy that sells to the dope fiends. You know what I mean? Where like, you know, you watching your guy ball out and you ain't tripping. You're like, yeah, we eating. And then all of a sudden, but you know, you're not realizing the effect that it's a butterfly effect. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
And it's unfortunate because that's just the way it is. It's always going to be in inner cities and you know what I mean? Or even just every town's going to have a nice side and a bad side.
Ain't going nowhere. So when I was a
and
teenager,
what's crazy is that now with the opioids this past 30 years, it's middle America and suburbs are affected as well. So it's like, now they're like, oh no, they weren't saying that about crack, were they? They're like, oh, crack's really bad. Yeah, but it only affected them certain areas. You got the opioids, you got little Sarah, little Timmy and little Sarah. They're popping mommy's pills. 100%. You know what I mean? It's all bad.
No, and them is facts. And then like how it transitioned, like from my era, it was the motherfucking thizzle wiggles, right? You pop a thizzle wiggle, you know what I mean? You'll be it be pure than a motherfucker. You be high as shit, right? And so for so long, either you gonna continue it or you gonna let it go. And when you continue it, the motherfucking pills got weaker and weaker as the years went on. You know what I mean? Then they flipped the, you know what I mean? Then the Molly gets you back, and I never had a Molly, so I never experienced it. But the point that I'm trying to say is how elevated or evolution, whatever the fuck the word is.
Yeah, the evolution
from the ecstasy to the Molly. Now them dudes is on meth because that shit keep you up 100%. You know what I mean? So it was like an upper like type shit. So you got motherfuckers that was a teenage in my era that continuously got high, and fucked around and ended up on meth. Now you come to these motherfuckers that's born in the 2000s that got hooked to the motherfucking lean. You know what I mean? Or even motherfuckers might got hooked to the lean, and after you can't afford the lean no more.
Yeah, then they go to the run.
You finna go to the heroin now. You know what I mean? And I seen that shit, you know what I mean? So the thing is like, bro, you got to be able to say, nah, bro, that shit ain't for me. Or if I am doing it, I got to let this shit go.
They used to call chow mein the rich man's drug.
100%.
Yo, you gotta be balling as fuck to be addicted to lean, bro.
100%.
You gotta be a baller. Because otherwise, you better be ready to just withdraw at any given moment. Like, all right, I'm broke now. You know what I mean? And just you're gonna be busy for like a week withdrawing, damn near dying and shit.
And the medical
like that.
The healthcare industry is one of the biggest industries there is, and they're going to continue to peddle all that bullshit to you know, because it ain't gonna go nowhere. That shit is a band-aid. Even though, you know, a lot of these motherfuckers that go into these hospitals and shit like that, they not looking to get hot. You know what I mean?
Hey, look at this, bro. Imagine this too. Like, you just answered the wrong question and error the wrong way. Like, how are you feeling down? You're like, yeah, I'm kind of down. They're like, all right, boom. Then they get you on all kind of fucking antidepressants and shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, and you really gotta like go to like, you really gotta get checked up and be like, if you got some actual chemical imbalances, otherwise these things should just be a band-aid, right? Like, okay, you're in pain, you take pain pills. When the pain's gone, you don't take the pills no more. Right. But here's what's fucked up, the caveat, because then you addicted at that point. Most people, whenever you hear about these athletes, or like Kurt Angle, the wrestler. Your cousin over there, he'll know what I'm talking about. Kurt Angle, I mean, this dude was an Olympic wrestler, broke his neck, you know what I'm saying, all kind of shit. And then when he got into wrestling, it was the other wrestlers like, hey, bro, you got a broken neck, bro. You're savage, just wrestling out there, broken neck, just dealing with it. He's like, man, you know what, bro? Here, pop a few of these, bro. And then next thing you know, he's He's Perk Angle is what they call him. You know what I mean?
That shit is crazy, bro.
Perk Angle, bro.
We got Brett Favre with that shit. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, Vicodins and beer. That was his shit. He would tell his wife, I'm gonna go watch film in the basement, which was code for I'm gonna go do like 60 Vicodins, drink all night, don't sleep, and then go and play the game. Like a savage, right?
And you know what I mean? And
they don't make them like they used to.
No, them facts, bro. On my mama. And Bongs a lot said, top of the morning, Bongs a lot. Top of the morning, Bongs. Top of the morning to Caps. Top of the morning to King D. Top of the morning to my auntie Theodry. Love you, auntie.
What's up, auntie? What up, Caps?
What up, Caps? On my mama.
Yeah.
Bongs a lot said, you said they spent $23 billion. That's the most crazy part. It was $24 billion from 2017 or 2018 until 2023. 100%. So 5 years, 6 years, he spent $24 billion on homelessness and can't account for none of the money where it actually went.
That's just crazy, bro, because it's like, yo, like they almost quadrupled in homeless numbers.
Oh, no, for sure. You could go by each year and see that the homelessness population grew and grew and grew.
Hey, he was like, you know what? We need more money. Then it's like 2019. You know what? More money. Like, look at the homeless problem. It keeps growing. More money.
Oh, my mama, and feed them more dope. Don't get them dope. Get them dope. That shit.
Yeah, and then you got the gangs in there, bro. It wouldn't be nothing to be like, listen, we're gonna let y'all operate. You just keep fucking the game up. You know what I mean?
Well, you know the
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
The rallies that get it out the mud, they know, you know what I mean? The money gonna be where the money at. You gonna go get the money 100%. And I'm not trying to down anybody that's trying to get their money. And I understand, you know what I mean? I understand situations, circumstances may oppose, and you gotta go, you know what I mean? Or you just make a career out of it. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Where I'm from, I didn't see this shit, you know what I mean? And I'm not
glorifying it
or glorifying it, you know what I mean? Because I seen it with my own eyes, lived it with my own flesh and blood, but that's not the route that I've chose 100%. You know what I mean? So just understanding both sides of the situation, not to be saying, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, I'm glorifying the rallies getting their money and all that, you know what I mean? Because I know what come with that game. And like I said, man, 100%. I mean,
you see what come with that game. You got to have artillery, bro.
Right. No, you seen
them them Chinese boys was not playing, bro.
No, 100%. They really wasn't. On my mouth.
No. And you know what's crazy? Seattle. Listen, every Chinese motherfucker that's coming out of Seattle, they think they're the baddest motherfuckers in the world because that's where Bruce Lee was from, right? Come on. Bruce Lee made his hay in Seattle. Hey, Bruce Lee's the baddest motherfucker on the planet, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, my mama, opioid addiction is a bitch, bro. 100%, bro. And you know what I mean? It go from older cats to younger cats, man. 100%, bro. That shit's so crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, listen, I've sipped lean, you know what I'm saying, a lot too, back in the days before they shut down ACT. Because once they shut down the ACT, then all of a sudden the prices went crazy.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I mean, here's the thing, is like when something is a part of the culture, you know what I'm saying, especially in music, because till this day, we run in studios. I'll be sitting in a session running the studio back in the days, and motherfuckers will come through with a fucking a big woo wop, you know what I mean, and 2 liters and all the shit. Just be like, man, you want a cup? Like, yeah, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? It was just a normal thing. But even back then, I knew, it's like, listen, I'd see this motherfucker be like, hey, how long you been sipping, bro? I'm like, I don't know, a month straight. I'm like, damn, bro, there's no once you're on a marathon, there's no stopping unless you want to go through them withdrawals for real, bro.
And that's that heroin shit right there, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
So look, I'm gonna give the people a story, man. I'm gonna give people a story on how I grew up, right? And so I probably told the story before. Well, not this specific story, but I have mentioned on the podcast how I'm scared of needles. Always been scared of needles my whole motherfucking life.
Good for you.
You know, 100%.
I'm with you. Hey, listen, if it's a doctor giving me a needle for something, so be it. But like, the fact that I was scared of needles, I was never going to be a question of getting into the
So look, my whole life, I can't do no needles from the doctor. Only thing I can no problem with is when the dentist go ahead and hit you with that Novocaine. I have no problem with that. But this
and they hit you right in the gums too.
written facts, 100%. But this ties back to my uncle. So this is my dad's third oldest brother, right? So my dad is one of the youngest brothers out of all my grandma kids, right? So may my Uncle Bobby rest in peace. I love you, Uncle.
Rest in peace, Uncle.
He wouldn't mind if I told any of my family on here, man. I don't give a fuck, bro. They know what it is, man. They know where
if there's a message to it, though, it's not like we're just,
So in the house that I live in right now, right? This is my grandma's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Upstairs bathroom, bro. I go use the bathroom. I'm probably like 5 years old, 6 years old at the oldest. And I walk in on my uncle shooting up, right? So 5, 6 years old. I don't know what the fuck he doing. You know what I mean? It just when I walk in and I'm not at the doctor seeing somebody give my uncle a shot, my uncle is giving himself a shot. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
But was he like, listen, son, I'm diabetic. Close the door.
100% no fact.
You know what I mean? Like I'm shooting some insulin.
And listen, and so this is in the 80s. Heroin been around for a long time. In
the 60s.
And my uncle, it was black tar heroin. You got to melt it down in order to get into
the you got a little. They be having like a little bottle cap or a spoon or something.
Tie it back to what we talking about, bro. This opioid shit been going on ever since the motherfucking Vietnam War. That's what they was bringing back from Vietnam, bro. 100%.
Yeah, because that's that they call it the Golden Triangle, where it's like Vietnam. I forget. There's 3 little countries right there, but they call it the Golden Triangle because that's where all the poppy seed trade and the heroin trade it derives from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. So, and that's from Vietnam in the 60s. I'm born in the 80s, you know what I mean? So that's 20 years that this shit been around. Me and Bogey was talking about Hitler giving his peoples the motherfucking meth. You know what I mean?
They was all on the
40s. The 40s and the 50s, like, bruh, this shit ain't going nowhere. It's been here, and they gonna continue to push the shit. And you know what I mean? I'm not saying that I'm mad at the people that's gonna get the money off this shit, but it shows how the motherfucking epidemic is in these streets with the people that's living on the streets. You know what I mean? And I just want the people just to look and see if you got real homelessness or you got base heads out there, bro.
You know what's crazy, bro? Do we really hear about like crazy crime happening in Oregon?
Well, that's where all the base heads is.
See, because you know what they did, and because they decriminalized it.
100%.
Like there's even listen, somebody could probably fact check me on this, but I heard there's like even shops out there where you can go and purchase dope.
Now, I know in California they give you clean needles.
See that I think that's pretty much everywhere though, because they want. See, and that's the thing, because they know they can't stop.
Well, you got both sides of the spectrum. You're promoting dope use. No, we're promoting.
But you want them to be safe. You want them to be safe, quote unquote.
Yeah, you don't want to give them no AIDS and HIV and all the other bullshit. Nigga, my daddy used to shoot, and so he had Hep B or Hep C. May my dad rest in peace. And his kidneys up as he got later on. My daddy had to do dialysis. You know what I mean?
So I think that's hepatitis C when it's the kidneys and the liver.
Like I grew up in this shit, man. I seen this shit firsthand.
Did he have like the yellow eyes and shit?
I know what a real base head is, right? And so, like I said, and I see it at work, bro, 100%. And my thing is that these states, they still funding this shit, but yet you're not really doing nothing to clean the homelessness up, man. Get the ones that want to be off the street.
You know what's crazy, bro? Is because it's not just from that level. It even goes up to the highest level. It doesn't discriminate. Like, for example, my girl, she a nurse, shout out. She work at a high-end rehab facility. I'm talking about high-end private shit. These motherfuckers that come in, they're all on fentanyl. But like for example.
Well, see, there it is there.
This broad comes in.
I haven't even talked about the thing yet.
Yeah, because this is what this is like the final destination of them motherfuckers that are on that shit. They end up on the fentanyl because once you get on that, there's no returning. You know what I mean? And like I'm talking about like the owner of Thunder Valley allegedly had a fucking be several wives, and they just be in and out this facility, bruh, because they're all, you know what I mean? And these are the richest of the rich.
The richest of the
of
rich.
the rich, and you know what I mean. They don't. This is their this the rich people problems is the same as the homeless people problems, bro. When you think about it, bro, like
100%.
it's kind of crazy because they on that dope.
When you get addicted to it, bro, it don't matter if you rich or if you poor, if you in the middle class, bro. 100% it attack. I seen it firsthand, bro. 100%, and this shit crazy. And so I just want the people to, just decipher the homelessness between the base heads, because them is the people that we really need to get the 24 billion that Gavin Newsom.
Get them in the programs, get them into something, bro. Like, because just giving them money, it's just gonna keep them in the cycle. You know,
well, like you said though, bro, is it starts at the top too, because when these states award the lower level programs, these nonprofits, some of these nonprofits don't be in the business of really helping people. They like to tuck 100%. So
they're gonna pull up in that cyber truck.
Bruh, if Gavin is giving these counties and all these nonprofits this money, and in 6 years you can't account for this shit. Some of these motherfuckers is like, oh, okay, well, we just got this grant, 5 years, $5 million. We got to spend $1 million each year, but we don't know. It's not being tracked, so we can only spend we can spend 500,000 and keep 500,000. Shit like that, you know what I mean? That's how some of this shit goes, bro. And they promote that shit.
Man, it might even be something closer to like they giving 1/10 of it. Like for every million, they're like, yeah, give 100,000.
I was being too greedy. I mean, I was being too nice.
A little too generous. I mean, here's the thing: is these people get into power for a reason, because it's that's what I'm saying too. Is like, you want to talk about organized crime, bro? Like the government is organized as a motherfucker.
100%.
I mean, they're the ones that set the laws too. So it's like, when you're the ones that set the laws, you could dance around these things, and like, no one gives. It's funny because this is why I pointed out with the middle America, and even like in little suburb white kids, little Timmy and Sarah, right? Because then that's when they start saying, oh no, they start raising eyebrows now. They're like, oh no, there's a problem here. Little Timmy and Sarah and middle America and suburbs and shit like that. When like, but if you talk about the homeless and shit, everybody compartmentalizes like, especially like when you're from areas like us where you're desensitized to the homeless. It's kind of like to me, I always related to the weather. You look outside, you're like, oh, it's real homeless out there. You know what I mean? It's like the fucking weather. It's just a part of it now. And like, so when you have all these people, and it becomes like part of their policies and campaigns and shit, like, oh yeah, we're gonna help, we're gonna solve the homeless problem. And then everyone's, and they put all this money into it. Where's the money go?
No, facts.
It's kind of crazy.
No, fact. You ain't lying, big bro. Oh my mama, this shit crazy. Damn, I lost my motherfucking train of thought. I forgot.
Hey, look, I got something to say. I don't think I ever really have the answers, but we definitely have all the questions. You know what I mean?
No facts.
You feel me?
Yeah, you gotta stay asking the questions. You know what I mean? Because when you see a motherfucker giving 24 billion to a problem that hasn't been nowhere fixed, and like you said, it starts with the government playing off. Now I didn't remember my train of thought. Now, like the government making the law so they could play the game with the people that they giving the dough to, shit like that. But like Slim said, bro, and I've been hearing this during this election cycle leading up to voting time. Even though we elect who the president is, you know what I mean? And this ain't about to be no politics. But in order for shit to change where we live at, is start with the local politicians. You got to elect the local motherfuckers that do have some type of change in your state. So whether it be the congressmen, whether it be the House of Representatives for your state, you know what I mean? Shit like that, to where you got to see how these motherfuckers is aligning themselves.
Hey, you ain't lying, because on a smaller scale, like this some years back now, in my hometown of San Jose, we had a mayor, this Vietnamese chick. I think she was a chick, but yeah. Anyways, when she got voted in, we got a very large Vietnamese community, right? So then And you know what the Vietnamese are in my city? Ballers, right? So then she started lessening the little house rate or something with the house market, right? And making it only accessible to certain individuals, you know what I mean? And it was like, oh shit, she playing favorites right now. You know what I mean? Then they booted her out. She, after her term was done, she got booted. And then the next dude comes in and he started favoring towards his peoples. You know what I mean? Like, and it's kind of crazy because you're like, oh shit, you start thinking like, all right, in the smaller scale, you actually have a say if you vote. Because these people could be like, all right, look, Vietnamese people come out. Boom, and they come out and vote. You know what I mean? Next dude come in, he's Hispanic. Boom, hey yo, all my Hispanics, bam. You know what I mean? Like,
so I got for us. I got a story that's gonna double back on your opinion. I mean, on your point. So we're gonna talk about it next Saturday. The mayor of Oakland just got indicted for doing everything you just said.
Yeah, only allowing because you know what's crazy is like when you allow only certain individuals to buy certain things.
Government contracts, big bro.
Boom. Even that commercial. When we're talking commercial real estate, because that's where I was going. Like when she became mayor, all the areas that were like Little Mexico and shit, and like King and Story. Now you go down there. It's all Little Saigon for real. Like they took over all the businesses, bought all, you know what I mean? Bought up everything. It was like, and no one else could. And my folks are in real estate and they work with the Vietnamese. So there was like, it's not, I remember my mom saying like, yeah, if we're not tapped in, it's real difficult for us to buy right now. You know what I mean?
100%, bro. And that's commercial property in zones where the property value is a certain level than other zones. You know what I mean? And
100%.
You might only be the grocery store in worth a few miles. You know what I mean? That shit, never mind. This shit crazy, bro. But yeah, come on now. Just watch it. I mean, my thing is just look at the difference between the homeless. And I mean, just look at the homeless situation overall. Some of y'all states might not have to deal with it, you know what I mean, as bad as we got to deal with it here and damn near from the top to the bottom of the state. 100% certain states, you know what I mean? Man, it's shit crazy though. Bro.
And you know what's crazy, bro? I used to be the type growing up for a long time, like if a motherfucker asked me for a little bit of change or something, I'd be like, yeah, let me see what and I'd put it on the ground. I'm gonna put it right here because there's no hand-to-hand exchange here. Man, I'm just gonna put this right here on the ground, right here.
What though,
bro? But I stopped doing that for the longest because after COVID came around, because then it's like, you know what I mean? But also, man, it's like most of them motherfuckers is dope fiends, bro. Like you ain't finna get you something to eat. You just stacking up to get your fix. You feel me? Like, and I don't know, as a cosmic karmic thinking motherfucker, that makes me cheapskate in that sense. I'm like, listen, bro, I don't want to contribute to your problem. You know what I mean?
Hey, so
I'm going to keep this bread.
So during COVID, I'm still an essential worker. I guess that title sticks, right? So I'm still seeing the homeless during COVID while everybody got the lockdown, right? 100%.
Yeah, and they got everything under the sun, I would imagine, right? Like, that's how I would feel.
It's the opposite. Man, all the people that was getting knocked down from COVID is the ones that had roofs over their heads. Man, in the state of California,
these motherfuckers' immune system was top of the line.
You didn't hear about none of the homelessness getting COVID, bro. 100%. It was all people that stayed in fucking houses. 100%, bro. I want to, bro. I got
when you're burying the fucking elements.
Bro, I got COVID 4 times. The first time and the third time was the worst pain of my life, bro. 100%.
I got 1 time, but it was because I tested positive because everybody in the house had it. I had tested positive, but I didn't have no symptoms. So I was like, shit, am I asymptomatic in this motherfucker or something? Or like,
second and fourth time I had it, I didn't have symptoms.
And the test that was tested positive, it was an expired test. And then at this point, we're already all on lockdown. So I remember I'm just in the garage blowing. Cause like I had read somewhere that THC helps you.
Is that right?
That's just what I heard.
Oh, wow.
It's gotta be true.
Come on now.
I mean, shit, because I've just been blown. Look at my pops, he had it 1 time, and the same thing with him. He was like, it felt like a cough. But you know what I mean? Yeah. He's been blowing all day too, man. Look at Woody Nelson. That's an old motherfucker. Tommy Chong. There's something to it.
Man, I'm telling you that shit. When I got it, the first time I got it, I remember where I got it from too. So I got it on a Friday, right? And the Friday was Friday. That Friday, my birthday. My birthday was Sunday. So my birthday was that Sunday. So we go Friday. I'm at a funeral in the repast. I catch it at the repast by sharing someone's alcohol, sharing a yak. I mean, rest in peace, my dog Curdy. Man, I love you, big bro. But it was at Curdy repast, right? You know, because I'm already drunk. I already had my own bottle, but I ran out of yak. So I'm like, man, let me hit the yak. Boom. I hit the yak. By Sunday, bro, because the Sunday we did the balloon release for my dad. Saturday, me and wifey stayed out in Oakland. We went to our favorite restaurant. We come back Sunday, and we get bipped.
Real quick, what's the restaurant?
Oh, Smelly's, Chef Smelly.
Okay, word.
Go crazy. He in downtown.
Hey, I ain't never fuck with Smelly shit, but everybody always says, bro, that shit go crazy.
Yeah, that shit fired in a motherfucking big, bro. And we get bipped that night at Chef Smelly too.
Word.
And so we driving back with a broken window, bro, 100% tape.
Oh, word.
And mattered in a motherfucker, right? So
hold on, you guys got bipped? Somebody tried to GTA y'all?
You know how in
Oakland, okay, you guys weren't in the car.
Yeah, they took through the car and stole whatever they stole, right?
Yeah.
So we get back Sunday.
Yeah, and this is December, so you're driving back. It's cold in a motherfucker.
Oh man, it's colder than a motherfucker, bro. 100%.
So he's just kicking that Rona in right there.
100% right. So look, on Sunday we have,
because that puts you about 40. It takes about 48 hours for anything to incubate. You know what I mean? In your system.
Wow.
So by Sunday, okay.
We did the balloon release for my dad, right? So all the family over here, we kicking it. We have food out there and all that shit, right? So Monday I gotta go to work. So my alarm go off at 4:30, right? So about 2 a.m, I get up hella motherfucking thirsty. I mean, I've never been this thirsty ever.
That motherfucker's parched
in the middle of the night. Pause. So I get up, get something to drink, go back to sleep, bro. When it's like about 4 a.m. before my alarm go off. I wake my baby. I'm like, babe, I feel fucked up. I mean, my body is completely like stiff, cold, all types of shit, right? 30 minutes to go by, I hit the group chat like, man, I think I got COVID, y'all. 100%. I hit the group chat just to tell everybody.
Everybody was like, damn, I was with JD.
So look, about 4 p.m., maybe 3 p.m., I'm completely done. I start calling Kaiser. They like, come in, get a test, woo wop. Bro, I get the test. I got COVID, bro, for like 5 days, bro. I can't do shit. Sensitive to light, lost the taste, lost the smell, body.
Oh, shit. That was that.
It was all
that was that hardcore Rona.
Yeah, it was hardcore Rona
there.
On my mama. And the third time I got
this was late in 2020.
Yep. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah, because I was already rocking with you.
It was the year that my dad had passed, so it was 2020. Yep.
Yeah, man, rest in peace. Damn, that's right. Because when I first started watching y'all content, I think he had just passed. Like a couple months prior to that.
Yep.
Because you would always have him in the backdrop.
Yeah, it was after it. It was after it. And then then the year before that,
oh shit, I didn't realize it was that fresh.
Oh, my mama. And we lost a Big Kev the year before that. So my dad and Big Kev, man, and them is the pillars of our, of the males of our family. Before
and shout out to Smooth, man, that track where they flipped that since you've been away. And then it was like a dedication to Pops and Unc, and that's
everything. I've only listened to that song one time because it made me cry.
I don't blame you because Smooth, he's deep too.
So when you ask me questions about my dad's DVD, I've never watched it.
Word. I remember because you had mentioned it one time. This was like in 2020. You had mentioned it one time. I was like, hey, yo, shoot me the link. You know what I mean? And I watched that joint. I was like, oh, shit. Because, it felt like I got to know your pops. And I didn't realize shit. When you talk about OG and like a pillar of a community, you know what I mean? Like, not only your family. I was like, oh, shit, this shit.
Yeah, I ain't never watched that shit, bro.
Yeah, this shit's legit, man.
100%. Let's get it. Let's catch up in the chat, y'all. Cap said, little slow, fellas. I broke my wrist. He said the hood on his truck came down when my hand was under it and boom. Oh shit.
Damn. Hey, you know what though, man? If there was no dislocation or tearing of any ligaments, I mean, because I am a doctor, but by the way, but if you didn't know,
I wish I had to drop.
it's all good. but like, you know what I mean? Hey, listen, theoretically, your wrist is gonna come back stronger because when the bones break, they will come back and reinforce and shit. Because it's just how the human body works.
Yeah, I broke my left wrist before. I was probably like about 11, 10 years old, trying to jump.
Like the bones will come back denser because it's gonna heal on itself and build up. You know what I mean? Build layers on that motherfucker. It'd be like that.
My bone was poking out. That shit was uglier.
Oh, word.
Everything. And when it happened, I couldn't cry because I was trying to impress a girl. I was trying to jump over like a 3 foot, maybe 4 foot a planter box, but it was I don't know how much the circumference was, but it was bigger than a motherfucker. And I'm trying to get a running start, and I'm trying to hop over that bitch, and my foot catch that motherfucker, and I just boom. Right I had to run upstairs and everything. Real talk. Oh my mama. Done here. Facts. I broke my elbow. No, I fractured my elbow before skating. What else? My finger almost got cut off. Oh, everything. Real
thankfully I've never broke anything. You know, not God forbid, right?
Well,
but like I've took some massive spills. I used to skate like crazy.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I didn't pogo stick a bunch of times, bro. But I got 4 kids now, so we're all right. You know what I mean? Like I remember the 50-50 grind. That's when you get the trucks right on it. Yeah, right. So like, you know, to be like a little rail going down some stairs, and like I used to be the 50-50 king, and then I'm like, okay, let me start trying to board slide all down this rail now. You feel me? Because I could board slide on like a curb or like, you know, little shit. But I'm like, well, and I get up on that thing, and that motherfucker slipped right up under my legs, and then that pole just right on my coccyx. Ooh! Then I just slide down that motherfucker and eat it on the stairs, down the stairs. But I was all right. You know what I mean? Definitely a bunch of road rashes and shit like that.
You know, they got
because like, what's that?
They got skating in the Olympics now.
Word.
Oh, everything. I was watching it. What was that last year when the Olympics happened? 2020.
Yeah, oh, that's pretty dope. I mean, they got breakdancing in that motherfucker now. Hey, look, they got the breakdancing in that motherfucker, and the Chinese took it.
Oh my mama.
Because they on like, hey, listen, you go to China.
Well, the Jabberwockies, man, them motherfuckers got skills, bro. They know
the Filipinos. Yeah, the originals was Filipinos, but actually they're multi-diverse, but the majority original was Filipinos. But then the whole wearing the mask thing was on purpose, because it's like now they can live forever because you just train other motherfuckers, and now you got Jabberwockies forever. You know what I mean?
That's federal. I didn't think about that. That's federal.
You feel me?
Oh my mom. Shout out to the Jabberwockies, bro.
Yeah, I partied with the Jabberwockies back in the days.
Is that right?
Yeah, in Hawaii, and the Super Crew. So there's another dance crew called the Super Crew. I think they won it like the second year. You know what I mean? But they were, you know. But anyways, yeah, because remember, I told you before we did the Pro Bowl after party. It was like we opened up for Sierra, legit. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like, Sierra, like Sierra, fucking Slim from one. Well, Sierra was the headliner, but it was like Slim from 112. Because remember, he had his own little solo thing going at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Memphis Bleak. Memphis Bleak was on the card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you know what was dope? Memphis Bleak gave us some props.
Oh,
because when we rocked, there was like 20 people there in a venue that eventually held like 300. You know what I mean? Because they put us on early, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna rock. It's our time. Let's rock right now. Fuck it, we go back to drinking and shit. You know what I mean?
Fire this motherfucker up right now.
Yeah, and then we're in the VIP, but we're not in the special VIP with like Sierra. And then I remember Memphis Bleak. He's like, why are we in this VIP and then she over there? You know what I mean? But Bleak was cool because we had tree too. So you know what I mean? Like we didn't smoke with him, but we shot up some tree. We had that was like the Yerple days. You know what I mean? So,
he had the real California shit.
Yeah, when you got the grapes on you, they smell that shit. Everybody smelled that shit. The grapes were loud.
Because Kev Pops, rest in peace of Big Kev, he'd always tell me the story when he was out in Vegas for the All-Star game. You know, they go out there with that.
It's popping.
Oh man, they smelled that shit everywhere. He said the amount that he was getting for his street, boy, it was going crazy. Oh my mama.
Hell yeah.
Rest in peace, blood. Oh my mama.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Peacock said the only problem with that is when people go in clean, they get corrupted by the local system with all the kickbacks and under the table stuff, and they have to play the game 100%.
That's why Peacock, they need us. Batman.
And Peacock,
we need a Batman in every town.
Come on now.
Shake down these fucking corrupt officials.
Big Bro said it starts corrupting even the good ones at the small scale. Trust me, I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Shit, bro, 100%, man. Oh,
yeah, and then like, you know, then you have like, imagine if you're a governor, you're like, how many governors per state? One, right? Then you got 2 senators or whatever. And so it's like, but then you have all these different mayors and shit, and they're the ones that's pulling all the strings of the little towns. And like even Trump, one of the things he said recently, he was like, I want all the states to govern themselves more than ever. It's like, but the way I read into that is like, because he don't really want to do much. Like, listen, everyone handle their own shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No, it's picking
Everybody get their shit together.
Hey, Trump is picking on Newsom like a motherfucker, though.
Yeah,
you can't stand that motherfucker, bro. They got.
Hey, bro. I mean, because he's like, he wants to do like, I mean, Newsom did have a creepy ass clip where he was like yeah, when he was that's the one I'm talking about. Where he's hella giddy about the idea of all these people coming in wanting to buy shit now. You know what I mean? Like, and what they can do in the future. And it's like, yo, like if you're the governor, even if you mean that, you still have to be like, you're a showman in that aspect. You have to be like, listen, for the people, we gotta figure this out. Like, instead he's like, listen, all these people trying to come and buy shit, it's gonna be exciting times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. This dude, man.
Yeah. I'll never vote. Bro. I've never voted, but I'd vote against him.
That boy is something else, bro. Oh, my mom.
I mean, listen, look at this, bro. The governor had us right, bro. You know what I mean?
That motherfucker is the one that got our registrations at $500. He the one
that got the marijuana for real recreational and all this shit.
That's
like,
a good thing.
He put the pieces in place. I don't think he was the exact one.
But that motherfucker got this registration super high. He got our motherfucking fucking the smog emissions where it's at. I think he had something to do with that shit. 100%. What else the motherfucking governor did, man? That motherfucker 100%.
Get in the chopper.
Fuck it. Get in the chopper.
Get in the chopper.
What about the movie him and Danny DeVito, twins?
Oh, that's the shit right there.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, twins. Hey, people sleep on twins, bro.
Oh, mama, that motherfucker, especially that registration in that smog shit. Cause I got people in the state next to us. What's the name of that motherfucker? Nevada. Man, them motherfuckers, they registration ain't but $50. They only gotta go get smoked every so many years or something like that. That shit, man, is ridiculous.
Yeah, and you know what? Smog was like a hustle too. Huh? I knew motherfuckers that had shops and shit. That, you know what I mean? Yeah, and you know them. You know you'll come through with an old school that'll never pass. They're like,
I got one in the backyard right now.
Give me a stack or give me a 500 on top of it, and I got you, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama, them is facts. This shit crazy. Peacock said one of my best friends was the mayor of my old hometown.
I remember this.
Oh my mama, and tried to stay straight for a long time, and all they did was just try to ruin his name. We just covered a story last week where
that kid,
a 23-year-old mayor, Peacock, in the city of Bogalusa, Louisiana. Bogalusa. This boy 2 years ago is the youngest mayor.
He moved to Bogalusa.
And 2 years later, bruh, they indict. I mean, they watching for 5, 6, 7, 8 months and come up with a RICO case against bruh.
They watching him right now, bro.
Look, bruh, that's how fast. Oh my mama, man, that shit crazy, bro.
Because you know what's fucked up is if you take money from the wrong party or individual, because then you're tied into whatever they're doing now.
100%.
You're compromised.
100%.
And them young bulls, especially like, because motherfuckers was hating They're like, man, this young guy in the office now, and whoop, whoop. And then so they throwing everything at him, bro. And you know what I mean? Them 23 years old, they say the average man's brain isn't even fully developed till 25. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say, whoever they is. I'm a doctor.
100%.
I came out this womb. I have a theory that we come out the womb, we're geniuses as fuck because we still remember all our past lives and shit and information. But then it's us who's raising those babies that we make them forget everything. Who's that? Goo goo gaga, mommy, dada. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama.
Because we start teaching them how to communicate in our past. That's my theory. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
Yeah, I be having flashbacks to my past lives.
Man, come on now. That's where some of them dreams come in now.
You ain't lying.
Shit, bro. Then once they got you for taking one kickback or taking a favor here or there, they have you under their thumb and they can blackmail you into other stuff.
Hey, I remember back when we was at the Rum Boys, Peacock's boy, he would jump in the chat. We had the mayor ask us for fantasy advice. It was pretty badass.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he might have even won one of them chips back then. I think it might have been him and Peacock or something in the finals. I can't remember the specifics, but like, yeah, Brett was real happy. He would always come in and support and shit. I remember it. Shout out to Brett.
Shout out to Brett, man. 100%. I went to college and got political science degree. Excuse me. And by the time I graduated, I was so turned off that I didn't want to have anything to do with politics. I had planned to be a lawyer, but talk about it, big bro. Oh, my mama.
Yeah.
Top of the morning, Bakes. We got Bakes a lot in the building.
What's up, Bakes?
Oh, my mama.
Top of the morning, my good brother. Hey, listen, I always, okay, when you're from the hood, everybody's pre-law. You know what I mean?
Come on.
You know what I mean? You might do some shit. You might be like, hey, listen, bro, hold on, put that in the trunk because like everybody would know. Everybody would know the law.
Ain't nobody on probation as long as they don't smell no weed or no alcohol. Yeah. They can't search the car. So
then you have the other homie, nah, bruh. Look, I used to be like, nah, you can't ride with us because you
100%.
If a motherfucker had probation or parole, like, listen, I'm not in the car with you.
100%.
Because the first thing you're gonna ask, anybody in probation or parole? And then the moment that you say, yeah, because they're gonna run everybody's shit.
Man,
I've been in a situation, and bro was sitting left wing. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He was sitting left wing. They pull us over, right? And so when we're pulled over on the right side, left wing is like in the street. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They said anybody on parole or probation, boom, he just darts out the car, runs into the street, and now it's a foot chase. And I was like, damn it, this motherfucker. But him running and them taking off on him, it got us the opportunity to stash all the weed and everything properly.
I got the tucking.
Because that's how I used to be back in the days, right?
Yeah.
He used to be a goddamn, man, you get caught with an eighth, they're going to take you in. Or unless they cool, they just make you just destroy it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's how the weed used to be like. And then until that project was Prop 13. So that was like maybe 2004.
Yeah, that's the drug diversion. If you get caught with your first dope case, if you go to drug school,
exactly,
they'll take the case off 100%.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then there was like Prop 39, I think was.
That's what it was. It was Prop 39 that if you go first dope case.
I remember all these things because you know why? Everybody was pre-law, right? Listen, bro. Yeah, no, 100%. Prop 39 and right? When you're in the hood, you knew the laws.
Them is facts. You had to because you get interviews all day, every day. You know what I mean, man?
You ain't lying.
Man, leave me the fuck alone, dog.
100%. Hey, the first real ever injury I ever sustained was a sprained wrist from the fucking popo. You know what I mean? Just because they just hemming the motherfuckers up.
That wasn't no interview. That wasn't no interview. Then that was a Russell.
No, that's how they used to.
That was a tussle. You punk motherfuckers.
And that's because if you're standing out on the block, they're gonna pull up. Especially this particular street was called Flint, and Flint was the route. You know what I mean?
Play $1 million.
It's a route every fucking 15 minutes. You're gonna see this motherfucker pass by. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, trust me, I know.
Then they just pull up on us like, oh shit, everybody chill, everybody chill.
They know
You know what I mean?
they'll pull up and don't even jump out the car some days and be like, Hook.
Yeah, they'll flash the light and shit.
No, they just be like, Hook,
talk through the speaker.
Hook, get off the block. You gonna get arrested.
Oh, shit.
No,
that motherfucker call you by name.
They'll call you by your last name or something. You gotta go, bro.
Hey,
like sometimes 100% you punk motherfuckers. Hey, that was 30 years ago, man. 100%.
Hey,
let's get into the next topic, big bruh.
Let's
see. Let's see if this shit still want to work. I hope
that shit was working phenomenally. That first one was fucking.
I hope I ain't jinxed it. Oh my mama.
it was him.
I hope so. I hope it's gonna stay right.
Buying and selling illegal gun modifications.
The group is accused of obtaining so-called Glock switches from China and then using social media to show them off and to sell modified weapons. These arrests are tied to a larger operation to get these illegal switches off the streets. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager live in Irving with the story. Peyton.
Heather, this investigation began back in September. Irving detectives learned that one of the suspects was staying in Irving, and then they learned this group had an operation spanning across North Texas from Fort Worth to Arlington to Seagoville. 8 people ranging in ages from 17 to 22 now face federal and state charges after Irving police say they were illegally distributing machine gun conversion devices known as Glock switches. Glock switches can allow firearms to mimic fully automated weapons. For example, an Irving police officer demonstrates the danger of these illegal but easily obtainable switches.
Our investigators found a distribution site on social media.
Officer Anthony Alexander is talking about these posts on Instagram. Dozens of switches advertised for sale by 17-year-olds, according to police. Firearms were also pictured. Plus, these are screenshots from an October music video uploaded online showing who police say is 17-year-old Caden Martinez holding multiple weapons. Investigators say the group purchased the switches from China and had them shipped to North Texas.
That's why we're seeing an influx of them on the street. I mean, it's almost as easy as ordering a package from Amazon.
Irving police, posing as buyers, caught the suspects making the transactions. Since September, police covered nearly 40 switches and 4 firearms sold through social media. Multiple departments, including Arlington PD, Fort Worth PD, Dallas PD, Garland PD, along with ATF and Homeland Security, helped arrest all 8 last week. More switches, weapons, drugs, and money were found while executing search warrants.
Of course.
We were only able to buy so many, so I would imagine that some, unfortunately, did make it out onto the street. So this is still a problem that's ongoing.
An 18-year-old out of Haltom City pleaded guilty in federal court a few months ago. He was seen on social media randomly opening fire out of a moving vehicle using a switch-equipped handgun. His conviction was part of the statewide federal initiative called Operation Texas Kill Switch. Irving Police launched its own very similar initiative based off this group of suspects. They called it Operation Real Switch. And if these suspects are convicted, they could face up to 10 years in a federal prison. Since Irving Police has posted about this Operation Real Switch, they have received tips from the public of other people in the area engaging.
That shit crazy. I mean, here's my thing too, is the accessibility is the era we're living in, right? Like, yeah, they were just getting it from China.
They was,
you know what I mean?
100%.
They get it on Amazon or something, bro. They're on the dark web. You know what I mean? These kids are very resourceful.
You ain't lying, bro.
And you know what's fucked up? It's just like steroids in baseball, bro. Why was everyone doing steroids? Because everybody was. You know what I mean? Now these kids, it's everybody got switches, bro. Because they finna switch the crowd every time. You know what I mean?
and that happened here in Sacramento. So I don't, it might have made national news, but
this other night,
3 years ago, right after New Year's, it was during I think I want to say it was in January. And
that's right. The kid had to switch, and he hit He hit the broad.
It was like 6 innocent. It might have been 5 or 6 innocent people, and then
got hit. But the old girl passed though.
No, it was 6 people that passed away.
Oh, were they all died?
It was a massive shooting. 100% made.
Oh, that's right. It was in Old Town, Sac.
It was. It was in downtown. On
downtown. There you go. My bad. Downtown, Sac.
Not too far away from the arena.
It was like right by it was like outside of a bar, right?
Yep, 100%, bro.
And it was definitely some switches though.
And the dudes had a switch, bro, 100%. And like how you said, it's these teenagers that got they got full access to whatever they want, right? 100%. But you seen how that police officer he was shooting that motherfucker at the target, right? 100%. He had that motherfucker 2-hand up because he got that training like that type of bullshit, to where
and these kids without no training or whatever,
bro, you seen old boy out the car with it, and it's doing this shit. It's doing. He got his hand on the wheel, but the thing is, he recording himself, putting it on the motherfucking internet. These dudes that got caught,
stupid kid,
bro, they selling them on the internet. They buy them on the internet.
That's already stupid in itself too.
Man,
listen, I personally know bruhs that got popped for soliciting their grow-ops, like because their business was they could set your grow-ops up. Legitimate business, but they got fucked with by the D's because they weren't just promoting their shit. They were also promoting packs and all kind of shit. They were doing other shit. You can't do this shit on no kind of social medias ever.
100%.
These Instagram, all these motherfuckers, even 23andMe, shit like that, they're all connected to the feds, bro. These are all massive databases where they need every bit of data they can get because that is the currency these days.
And exactly, 100%.
Like,
I can't say.
So there's no way that motherfuckers is not on Instagram getting looked at. Like, don't get noisy then. You know what I mean? You better be able to try to operate under a threshold. Otherwise, you're gonna get picked up and you're gonna get watched. And there's gonna be motherfucking fake accounts that'll follow you and then have you tell on yourself.
There it is. There.
It's just crazy. But and like switches before, I remember years ago when we looked into this shit, I was like, man, what do they be running for? And back then it was like $30. So like I would imagine like when people don't have access to it, you get a shitload of them, and then what are you gonna hit them for? Like a couple hundred in the streets.
Come on now.
And you want to turn your shit your Glock into a fucking fully thing. Hit me up on Instagram.
You don't get no
me. That, man. If you're looking to switch the crowd on the ops, go ahead and head on over to switch the crowd on Instagram. Like,
bro, 100%. You got a 17-year-old whose face, they ain't even blur this shit out. He's still a minor. They ain't blur this shit out.
That's crazy.
Go sit down. They said from 17, the whole 8 little panel that they had from 17 to 22. Y'all got at least a 10-year bid or something like that. These is Fed cases. 100%.
Yep.
Got good gun laws.
And they're doing some kind of, and they're gonna get them at some kind of like wherever they sold these switches to. Say motherfuckers they sent it out of state to motherfuckers on Instagram. That now you're talking, what do they call that? The interstate. That's why it's feds, obviously. But there's a certain, you're on this other tier now.
Just the switch alone is Fed time.
Okay, word.
A motherfucker get caught with the switch. I think that's Fed time.
Yeah, because but what about in Texas though, where it's like fully autos are legal?
Auto out there.
But not modified.
Nowhere in America you can have a fully auto. Now you can have semis.
Really? Okay. I didn't know that. I thought there were certain areas.
I think that's how it is.
Because you know why? Because everybody and their mama in Georgia got fully everything.
Well, I mean, but them dudes like when you go to say when you go to Nevada, you go to Vegas, or just here in Northern California, you go up to Reno. They shit way different than our shit.
Yeah, now, you can own them joints. You can't obviously be outside with them.
Yeah,
there's no open concealed.
Yeah, I ain't no gun enthusiast though, so I don't want to get the line. I ain't no gun enthusiast. So
me neither. I think guns, but I also think guns are necessary, and I don't think And I'm gonna go with the cliche. People with guns kill people, bro. You know what I mean?
The thing is,
and
though,
those are just killers. Period. Like people, you can kill somebody with anything, bro. Like you know what I mean. But guns are a necessity. Here's the thing, though. Too many people have access, so there's always gonna be. And and then the things that glorify it too. Like we have generations of GTA, bro. You know what I mean? Like you're probably gonna be able to have switches in the GTA.
Hey, but the thing is, like you said, guns is necessary though. If they wasn't necessary, they wouldn't be in the motherfucking Constitution. It's your right to have them motherfuckers. It's just this weird shit with weird motherfuckers that do weird shit with these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? The right to protect your motherfucking self and your kingdom. 100%.
Yeah, because like if you're putting the switch on a Glock and you got the 30 dick on it, you know what I mean? Like, so, right? You're at war. You know what I mean? This isn't just for home security at this point. Like you're in the trenches. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, and you need it to be concealable. That's why these switches. See, and be careful, kids. Be careful out there, because you know what I'm saying. Not only you might run into a kid and you think you're gonna shoot the fade, and he's been practicing MMA all his life. Let alone, what if you got a switch on him? You know what I mean? Like
facts.
Kids are not ready for leg kicks or switches.
Yeah, y'all better be careful, man. Them guns, man, and see, they're like I said, these these little itty bitty bulls, 17 to 22. You know what I mean? Now that you got to go do a 7, 8, 9, 10 piece at least for this punk shit, you know what I mean? Playing with these guns and putting them on the social, doing rap videos with the real things, not having the prop guns. Like, come on out, you got to think better, think bigger, you know what I mean? Especially if y'all got a little booming rap career in your city, you know what I mean? You ain't got to be really toting them motherfuckers like that all on the social and shit like that. I understand the inner city intertwines of being from one side and the other side, you might got to protect yourself, shit like that, but you really promoting this shit, you know what I mean? And when you promoting it, especially on camera like this, man, they gonna come get your motherfucking ass 100%, and you got to go do some time that you ain't finna get back, and y'all going to the penitentiary 100%. Ain't even got your feet wet in the county or nothing like that, man. Y'all going straight to the pen, bro, 100%, and you finna lose a lot of your youth that you ain't gonna get back for playing with these guns and promoting this shit on the social. 100%, bro. That shit ain't G. Oh my mama. Everybody I know has shit like that on their recreational guns. That shit is crazy. Oh my mama. They just fire those things off in the back roads. 100% now for sure. They for hunting. They for some motherfuckers shoot them guns just to be it's a relaxing like type thing. Like a motherfucker want to go play some golf or go shoot some hoops. Some motherfuckers just want to go in their backyard, put the targets up, and just perfect their motherfucking aim. 100%. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's a recreational thing. This shit is fun, man. We go out in the woods, man. There might be some 10-pointers elks out there. You know what I mean? We might go up into the motherfucking where North Dakota and shit like that and go get some
hell yeah,
like that. You know what I mean?
I want to go hunting one day. I never went hunting.
100% shit like that.
I mean, I went like deep sea fishing. It's like a form of hunting, and so to speak. You know what I mean? I've never been where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to get like the deer piss and put it on me, and, and I'm just out there with fucking, you feel me? That'd be kind of tight.
Oh my mama, that would be federal though.
And you know what? I swear to God, animals are attracted to weed smoke. I swear to God.
I swear to God. Where I seen the squirrel go take the weed.
Oh yeah, that shit was badass. Remember that shit? We were watching that shit. Hey, brother, past the squirrel.
The squirrel, the tree, bro. Oh, everything. Like he knew what to do with it. It wasn't his first time.
Hey, that squirrel got high on.
Oh my mama.
It wasn't his first time, bro.
He act like it wasn't. Oh my mama.
And he kind of hit it like a champ too, though. You feel me?
Oh, everything. That shit crazy.
I would kick it with that squirrel, man.
100%. No,
I swear to God, we would make hella money if I had that squirrel, bro.
That's just like the monkey off of the what's the Mike Tyson movie where he punched the white boy out and they had fun in Vegas?
Hangover.
Oh my mama, they had to hangover the monkey in part 2. That motherfucking monkey knew like, he was human. The way he was moving, he was with the shit. Oh my mama.
Hey, Mike Jackson, right? Remember Bubbles or Bobo or what was it? Bubbles? Yeah, they said Chris Tucker, he always tells a story that Bubbles would drive around on an ATV, and he was wearing his little red coat with the fucking hat on, and he would smoke a cigarette, right? This fool smoked. He was addicted to cigarettes and shit.
Oh, wow.
So he would just light a cigarette, and they said he would eat the butt too. He was really with
all the tobacco.
Smoke the cigarette and eat the butt.
Oh man, Mike should have gave me just Camel non-filters.
He said, "Fuck it, all right." No, Bobo smokes Newports.
Oh, fuck.
Bobo smoked Newports, bro.
Come on now, that shit is crazy. You going out on these young bulls, bro?
I mean, shit, bro. I mean, it's 2025. And it just doesn't, you got to amaze me at this point. This shit doesn't surprise me, you know what I mean? I mean, because it's also a level of stupidity, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you should have been not on Instagram. If you were going to sell these switches, you know what's crazy too? It makes them the Lord of War. It makes them Nicolas Cage, bro.
It's the clout. It's the clout.
I'm just saying though, like, when you start selling these type of things, like you listen, because I'm a cosmic, karmic thinking motherfucker. You selling these type of things, you're the Lord of War now. That blood stains your hands now too.
100%.
Yeah.
But that Lord of War shit, they take that shit, and because you're the plug. You take pride in being that. And so here it is now. You're on the internet because you could have they'll sell their self. When you got the right product, you don't have to promote it, bro. Whether it be me cutting my grass on my business. If I know how to cut grass, I really don't got to do no promotion, even though I do my promotion on the social media because it's free promotion, just like how these young bulls did. It's free promotion. But when you got the good work, whether it be work ethic or just the right type of the product, you don't got to do nothing, bro. It's word of mouth.
When did the switches become popular? I started hearing rappers talk about it maybe like 10 years ago. Because before that, it was all the mini Dracos.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm no gun enthusiast, though, so you know what I mean?
Well, you know what it is, though? It's because it's the fuck shit that keeps us notified. That's where we learn all the new shit.
100%. You ain't know.
The activity that never quits.
No, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, be smarter, youngsters.
No, them is facts, bro. You know, the motherfuckers is for protection or for leisure, right? And if you're trying to protect yourself, I understand what it is. But here it is. Like, young boy is 17. He probably got some cousins that's 14, 13, maybe a little brother, little sister. You know what I mean? That might be getting to playing with this shit, man. You can't be promoting this shit like this, man. 100%.
I know it's not like there's a professional switch skeet shooting, right? Where it shoots like 50 of those motherfuckers out. And then you know what I mean?
Right.
There is no need for a switch outside of that you have war out here. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%, man. And
that would be kind of tight though, huh? Skeet shooting and shot like 50 of them little duck things. So you just got the switch.
Instead of the single shotgun, what happened?
Yeah.
You're a fool. Oh my God.
I am a fool.
Top of the mountain. Oh, everything.
This is accurate.
That shit is crazy though, bro. They playing with them things, boy, and that shit ain't nothing. Because you know, like the officer said, they wasn't able to get all of them. You're not gonna get all of them, 100%. No. You know, it's more on the streets than you gonna get as the police getting them. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. So you got these things in the hands of these kids that don't know what they doing, and here is they get to fire them motherfuckers off, and they hitting everybody but that they want to hit. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying. And I would imagine a lot of them are, you know, this is just like my assumption. You know, you link the motherfucker out, you on a couple perk things, and then you just the motherfucker's like, I'm like, you know, that's just my assumption though.
No, facts. 100%. You see what how the police was holding that motherfucker, man. Oh my mama. Motherfuckers don't got no motherfucking training like that.
I remember back in the days that like there was some viral shit. This is like early viral shit, but it was the elephant gun. You remember that shit?
Mm-mm.
So it's the elephant gun, right? So it was these Arabs, bro, balling like sultans and shit. You feel me? And they got this elephant gun. This motherfucker required like 8 of them. So the dude's holding on to it. This shit is big as fuck. You know what I mean? I want to say it shoots like whatever. I don't even know what a caliber it shot, but it was big as fuck. And then these motherfuckers are all holding on to bruh. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
It's like 8 of them. And then, Bogard! They all fly, bro. It's hella funny, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then they all get out. You know what I mean?
Oh, they was lit.
They lit. Oh, yeah, and there's hella clips of this shit too. Hella motherfuckers. There's hella of them holding on. Yeah, look it up. This shit funny. Oh, you don't have to look it up right now. I'm just saying, like, whenever you're bored and you want to laugh.
Peacock said, yeah, homie, take 16-year-olds shooting them shits look like automatic Uzis with scopes.
That shit is wild, B.
Nah, you can't do that here in Texas, but everyone has modified semis that they shoot at empty canals and open ranches. Oh my mama. See, that's the thing. In Texas, you can't even have them motherfuckers.
Wow, so you can't. I never see that's some shit. I'm a dumbass. I always thought that well, because we're from Cali too, and I just think like everyone that had the gun laws that we were allowed to just have them motherfuckers, I thought that was okay to have them joints.
Yeah, nah, hell no. That shit got banned, bro, across the states. I thought that's what I thought. You know,
I guess that's what the military is supposed to be, right? You don't want everybody with military artillery.
100%. No facts on my mama. You know what I mean? You know, they had the Columbine, bruh had a big thing in Columbine. What else? All types of little shit like that happened. You know, rest in peace, all the kids at Columbine High School in Colorado. You know what I mean?
Hey, that shit was many too, because there was the motherfuckers that like, you know, they were rocking like the trench coats and the fucking, you know, they did a little on some gothic shit. But then they had videos of them going to practice shooting in the woods, right? And this one of them kids, he was whooping that shotgun one hand. Boom, 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 boom. Like, yo, this dude, I was like, oh, they weren't playing, bro. They was like training for real. You know what I mean?
Oh, my
yeah, that Columbine shit was like a different one. Because then that one set it all up, huh? You started hearing that shit. All this shit.
I want to say that was in the 90s.
Yeah, that was like 97, maybe?
I think so, bro. Somewhere up in there. Oh, my
98. I remember being in junior high, and it was a big old thing where like they have like a moment of silence type of shit.
Everything. If it was in 97, 98, I was still in high school. Oh, my mama.
Yeah, there was one that happened not too long ago. It wasn't really that publicized. It was a girl. She ran up in there. Yeah, she ran up in a joint and murdered a couple of people.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I forgot. I remember when I seen that shit. I don't think I sent it to the group thread, but that won't show the whole shit. But also too, I kind of don't like going on a rabbit hole or shit like that.
Yeah,
because you know what I'm saying. Like, you know, like I already consumed physically a bunch of like terrible shit.
Bro, it just
like,
took
so it's like, so I try like mentally, I try to consume like not too much negative shit.
No, facts. It took me maybe about 2015, 2016 to start watching content in 9/11.
Yeah, that's just crazy, right? Because it's like back in the days, we could watch a movie that's crazy, but when you watch real footage, you know, you see jumping out the fucking building on fire and shit.
What the fuck, dog?
Like, fuck it, I'd rather fucking just leap to my death than burn as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit crazy, dog.
Yeah, that shit is nuts.
Rest in peace from 9/11 too, man. Oh my mama.
For real.
Peacock said Bubbles is still alive, bro. He like
oh word.
Bubbles is my age. Shout out to Bubbles.
Hey, Bubbles is on the patch now. Hey, Bubbles got a vape now, huh?
Bubbles got a vape. What's the flavor?
Bubbles got a vape now, bro. He's like, he put the cigarettes down.
Oh,
he put the cigarettes down.
That's true. I wonder if Bubbles was the monkey from the movie we just said. What's the name of the movie?
What was we? Oh yeah, from
That's crazy.
Yeah, from The Hangover.
That's Bubbles' cousin. That shit is crazy. Bubbles is still ticket.
Hey, Bubbles is getting it up.
Yeah, he know the cheat code.
Hey, you know what? I feel like Bubbles would have been written into Mike Jackson's will. I swear to God.
He owned Never Never.
And I'm gonna leave 20% of my publishing to Bubbles.
Bubbles owned Never Neverland.
Bubbles is balling.
I think that motherfucker. I think they sold that motherfucker.
Yeah, I think so too. And then allegedly they found like videos and crazy shit.
Is that right?
Yeah, but it never. Whoever bought it, apparently. I mean, this is one of the conspiracy rabbit holes. If you ever want to go down the rabbit hole, man.
Oh, yeah, I might have to on that one.
Yeah, and supposedly like they're like albums, like photo albums and shit.
Is that right?
Yeah, but
wow.
But I think but as the conspiracy goes, whoever found that shit love him some Michael Jackson, so he's gonna keep that name tucked.
Oh, everything.
You know what I mean? Keep it righteous.
Facts.
Yeah.
Let's get into the next. You got anything going out on that one with these young bulls?
You should be smarter, kids. You know what I mean? With the amount of resources they have, you can make like it's amazing what these kids can do to make money. But like, don't do that one.
Yeah, bro. 100%.
Yeah, don't do that one. Cause that one's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, them switches is reckless, bro. It's like the mafia. Remember the mafia? You know why they were the shit? Because the police would be like, hey, be careful with them. They got Tommy guns.
100%. We don't want to get into it with them.
All these, they just call it a typewriter.
Yeah.
You have a 50-round drum, 100-round drum, just typewriter the whole place. That's what they're doing now with these little Glocks, bro. Motherfucker have it in his backpack at high school. Like, that shit crazy.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, be careful, kids. Be smarter, too.
Careful, man. Mama. And then the other thing is, the opposite end of it is either you're going to get caught or you're going to feel that shit. I mean, playing with them guns. And you don't want to feel it, bro, because you might not wake up from it. You know what I mean? 100%. And if you do wake up from it, you know what I mean? It's either you're going to turn up even more or you're going to get humbled by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and this shit.
Yeah,
crazy.
definitely don't. Definitely, if man, God forbid anyone gets shot. I know that's where you're getting at too.
100%, bro.
Unfortunately, you came out on the other end alive. You know what I mean? And that shit can go.
I thank God.
Yo, a motherfucker get shot, bro. Like,
I thank him every day, bro. Oh my mama, them is facts. Let's get into the last one, man. This one a good one right here. There's some shit that's gonna wake your game up. When it's coming to these motherfucking used cars, man.
Oh, word. You gotta turn him up.
You can't hear it?
Yeah, just go ahead and turn him up a little bit. It's like super low. Is that my end?
Yeah, it might be because I got it up to the volume, to the max.
Okay. Yeah, you might just go ahead and turn it back down there.
Too loud?
Well, actually, you know what? Somebody put it in the chat because I can hear you just fine. So it's definitely maybe try to run it back again.
Oh, wait, never mind. I fucked it up. Never mind.
Okay, run it back. I was gonna say, yeah, it's definitely on my end because
no, it ain't your end. I fucked it up.
Pause. I should have said I should have paused my end.
My fault.
No, that's my fault.
I'm burnt.
We get the day started.
Facts.
Tonight, a Philadelphia woman
you good now?
Thousands of dollars.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah, I fucked that off.
You can turn it up a little louder though. Is that the max?
Action News investigative reporter Chad Pradell.
Yeah, that's the max.
She's not
okay. That's cool.
Questioning the dealer's business practices.
The auto dealer is accused of selling cars without a title. When the cars are repossessed by banks or ordered returned, the company is accused of not refunding down payments. The investigative team went looking for answers.
I need that money to put a down payment on another vehicle.
Erica Hester says she's out $8,000 after buying a 2016 BMW similar to this a year ago.
I was looking on the internet, and like I was saying, I found
How about now?
The kind of car that I wanted for the price that I could afford.
Little latency, little like an echo.
Jersey City sold her the car.
It's straight
never
now.
Produced the title.
Couldn't get it registered, couldn't drive it. It just sat in the driveway for 3 months. I would walk.
She's now suing, but it's impacted her daily life. She has no car.
Oh, yeah. So she's going to do Uber it?
I work at night. I was using Uber.
See,
to get around. And Uber adds up.
That shit stack up.
Hugh Webb of Brooklyn is in a similar bind. He says he and his girlfriend also bought a Beamer from Auto Emporium earlier this year. He alleges the dealership didn't produce a title. His car got towed by NYPD for unregistered plates. Angry, he called Auto Emporium.
So he told us to pay for it and get it towed to back to Jersey City. We were like, no, that's going to cost us money. We don't have that money.
Webb threatened to sue.
They were so nonchalant, like, whatever, take us to court. You probably ain't going to see your money for a year or two. So I was like, wow.
Damn.
Like, you know, they've been through this before.
We took the 2-hour trek to Jersey City. An employee said the owner, Saurabh Gupta, was not in.
Who's running the show here? Because he's been named in a number of lawsuits. Selling cars, not providing titles.
Mr. Gupta. Where's Mr. Gupta?
Back. He's not refunding down payments. And it's happened
You
multiple
tell
times for
Saurabh I'm
multiple
out
lawsuits.
here.
On a phone call, Gupta told me to contact his attorney, but wouldn't provide a number.
I can give you his information.
Nor explain why he allegedly wasn't returning down payments or producing titles.
They never explained. They never explained.
I know
Says
exactly
Gupta
what they're
told
doing, bro.
him the wholesaler from whom he bought the vehicle disappeared and didn't produce the title.
That was his excuse.
Webb received a $5,000 judgment from a judge in October when Gupta didn't show up for court. Hester is waiting for her day before a judge.
I just didn't think it was fair. And I think that if they've done that to me, that they've done it to other people. And I think that Auto Emporium should be ashamed of themselves.
We uncovered a third person suing Auto Emporium for similar conduct, and that case is still unresolved. We also took our findings to the New Jersey Office of Attorney General. Its Consumer Affairs Division says Auto Emporium has a half dozen complaints, but couldn't comment if there was an active investigation.
You know what's crazy, bro? It's like, because Jersey is the mecca of the bippage. They bipping like a motherfucker out there. And so imagine you're a wholesaler, right? And you got all these motherfuckers bipping these cars, and then you sell it to the used car, bruh. You know what I mean? And get his ass on a good one. If there's some validity to what
that's what
Mr. Gatto was saying.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the car dealership owner was saying. He blamed it on the wholesaler. But that's the thing, though. Like, bro, you've been buying cars from this motherfucker. This ain't your first time doing business.
There should be a bigger lawsuit that he could involve these people that got if that's the case. To be like, all right, we're gonna take it to this wholesaler. Oh, but he disappeared, or didn't exist, or shout out to all my Africans, bro. Because that's what they be doing, bro. And they send them out. They send them out overseas, all this shit, bro. Yeah. Hey, Jersey, and then now Frisco too is hella big now too. Like, don't be having a nice car with her. They're gonna get you in certain areas. You know what I mean?
100%.
Certain areas.
Yeah, that's fucked up though. You got hardworking people. This dude.
See, we need Slim on this one too.
No,
Slim out there.
No, 100%, bro. The dude's showroom floor got thorns and shit, right? The lady bought a BMW. I forgot what I forgot what they said what he bought. So they buying forms, bro.
Yeah,
that's what they promoting. That's the name of their business is probably, nothing but euros on that motherfucking car lot. Fat shit.
The foreign emporium.
Come on now, 100%, man. This shit crazy, man. She said she dropped 8 bands on her motherfucking car. 100%, bro. And then bruh said like they told him the car dealership. So we ain't gonna X the car dealership out because they told bruh, take us to court. You ain't gonna see your money for a year or two or something like that. Like they flexed up on it. So the car dealership ain't got no motherfucking they not forgiving in this. And then how they gonna have some forgiveness? They didn't even want to talk to the people. So if it was really on the wholesaler, they would have been like, look, bro, we trying to go find bro right now because he still owe us some money for these punk ass cars. 100%. Come on now, man. That shit bullshit, bro. The car dealership knew what they was doing on that one.
Yeah, they I don't even want to use the word finessing because that's kind of sloppy.
Top of the morning, Derek. Yeah, no, that's very
Top of the board, Derek.
That's really taking advantage of the people, though, bro. 100%. Then, like, if you value your customers, if you go to the car dealership and you go get a car from one of these dealerships, and you love a car, that means you build a rapport. So 9 times out of 10, you might want to go back when your note up, go take that bitch into that same lot and go get another woo-wop, right? But nigga, you don't give a fuck about your customer, because if you knew that the motherfucking wholesaler was faulty, you would have gave that broad back her 8 bands and like, or just come and get another car. Come bring us that one. We're gonna make sure we get our money back for that motherfucker. You come pick a car in that same price range. You ain't even got to worry about your deposit. She had to go running up on Uber, like you said. Come on now, man.
Yeah, and it's not like they're gonna reimburse none of that shit because there's no policy for any of this shit. So it is kind of finesse, because imagine like the people that didn't get repoed, right? They just paying these payments and shit to a car, and then that they don't even actually own, right? And really, the people that were getting got, that's how they were found there. That they would find out, like, oh shit, I tried to register this car. Or hey, I got pulled over. The place was bootsy. You feel me? Like it's shit kind of funny, because then it's like it can keep going until motherfuckers get caught. So imagine how many people they ain't got. And I'm pretty sure this is one of them ones that got a commercial for it, right? They probably run the local commercial on you when you watch YouTube in Jersey or that in the tri-state area. You'll probably see that commercial. I've been seeing Sacramento shit all the time since I moved here.
Yeah.
I'll be on my YouTube and be like, this Sacramento dealership. You feel me?
My mama, right.
Come to the Foreign Emporium. You know what I mean?
Pull up. We got.
That's what they said. They looked it up. They was like, oh shit, we're gonna go over there and buy a Beamer.
Your credit is your job. That's their number one excuse to get you in there to come buy a car. And this is their favorite time of the year because it's about to be tax time. Everybody finna get their taxes. They want to go drop 5 bands on a car. Oh, my mama. And this is
you know what? At one point, right, it dawned on me. I said, man, if I got to drop like 2% on the house, and if we just sit still or at least just put away the returns every year, in a couple years, we're gonna have a chunk. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because during this time, I hate that it always comes during this time of year now that I am a homeowner, because it's like, yo, that shit is going straight to property tax. You know what I mean?
Right.
This shit, I gotta refinance my shit and have it broken down into monthly payments, because like I don't like this, like where 2 times a year you gotta drop a guap. You know what I mean?
Oh my mom.
That shit hurt, B.
Facts. 100%, bro.
That shit hurt.
Punk shit.
I know, right? But I guess it comes with the territory, right?
Motherfuckers they can lower them motherfuckers. 100%.
I mean, somehow, right?
I don't know.
Somehow, some way. You know what? I'm gonna run for mayor of Elk Grove. There it is.
Fuck it. 100%. We need that.
Yeah, well, they'll fund my campaign.
100%, man. They already know what time it is if we get up in that motherfucker, man.
Okay.
But Light gonna be coming out of the drinking fountains. 100%.
I mean, and we're gonna have the least amount, the lowest percentage of drunk driving and all this shit. We're just gonna smash everything across the board.
100%. We're gonna have free.
Psychedelics are gonna be there. It is.
Friday,
with me as your mayor.
Friday through Sunday, lifts is gonna be free.
Let's go.
100%.
We're gonna put money aside for it.
Monday through Thursday, you know what I mean? They got to get their money for sure, but we're going to sponsor those lifts for free. Lifts and Uber.
Hey, you know what's fucked up too? You ever jump in the back of like an Uber or a Lyft and they got the goddamn plastic woo-wops like it's grandma's couch?
100%.
But you know why, right? It's because they be having the full episodes of people just soiling themselves.
100%. Facts. Throwing up, pissing. Oh my mama.
All this shit. Throw it up, soiling themselves. Women just peeing. Oh my God, I gotta pee.
Come on now.
Taking up pictures in the middle of the night and shit in downtown. You know what I mean?
Pissier than a motherfucker. Oh, everything. Real talk. Can't hold.
I gotta get out. Pull over.
Pull over.
Hey, that's a to me when I was a youngster.
Brother,
the bitches pop a squat like, yeah, white bitch. Then move the panties to the side and squat in the skirt.
She's the real drippy.
Like,
Oh man, free my car.
You gotta have standitos.
Come on now.
I got standitos.
Okay.
We're gonna draw the line there right now. You know what? Uber, take her home.
Take her home. Drop her off, man. Oh my. Facts. You got anything going out on these motherfuckers that's scamming people for these cars, bro?
It's always the ones that get scammed are the ones that are in situations where this could be something that they can achieve, something that they couldn't. Like, okay, like I want the nice Beamer, but now I gotta get it from the used lot. And I found a great deal and this and that. And then little do they know that they're a John. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And you know what I mean, too, some of these cars, these lots, they'll sell limits. You know what I mean? So
word.
100%, bro. You know what I mean? So when you go out there, especially like a lot of motherfuckers, it is about to be tax time. This is when a lot of cars get sold. I know motherfuckers that they hustle is selling used cars. 100%. They be having good cars and shit like that. But you gotta make sure, you know what I mean? When you go out there and you're gonna go make a purchase like this, man, do your motherfucking homework on these vehicles, 100%. And if you don't know your homework, take somebody with you, bro. Look at this motherfucking car, man. Ask the right questions about the motherfucking car, 100%.
And it makes me want to segue to our sponsor, Carfax.
Come on now. 100%.
Head on over to Carfax and use promo code BIP.
Right.
And,
oh my mama.
Do your due diligence.
Man, because look, when you go buy this car or when you do go buy a vehicle, you're thinking 5 years, oil change, tune-up, brakes, fluids. That's all you thinking for the next 5 years. You ain't thinking about...
Yeah, and then a lot of times those dealerships will be like, we got you for 5 years on all of that on top of it. And you go, oh, word. Oil change for 5 years, word. You know what I mean? They get you to do all this extra shit. You sign that bitch, and then like you find out later there's no title for it.
Right. That's
or they're like, yo, this is a stolen car. That's what I'm gonna think.
Right.
You got me hot now.
Yeah, and see now that's a whole nother different thing itself.
And that's why I go to the fucking wholesaler because a lot of look, look this up. It's big business out there. They steal all the cars. They ship them out all across overseas. So I wouldn't doubt that at one point there's a wholesaler and he's been doing this on the side. Because wouldn't that be your perfect cover? If you're a wholesaler, it would be your perfect cover to have all these fucking lots full of cars that are yours. You know what I mean? And maybe 10% of them are bipped. You feel me?
Right.
And then, you know what I mean? You change the titles around and do whatever the fuck gymnastics you got to do for the meanwhile. But them things will, you know what I mean? Like them VINs is like, they're like DNA for the cars, right?
100%.
So it's like, you know, you're only going to go so far with that. But say like you're a used car. And shout out to Blake. Because Blake, part of his job, so he works at a dealership, but they also, it's a new dealership. I mean, they sell new shit, but they also have a used section. And when they buy other cars, usually it's from other dealerships. And the first thing they got to do is check everything. Exactly. You know what I mean? And there's been hella times where things like that have got flagged. So, because, you know, you might have an Audi, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker be like, it'd be too good to be true. Like, unless we're going to sell this Audi to you.
Right.
Right now, you know what I'm saying? You know, we could finance it and you could put woo down and we'll give you a little promotional thing plus the 5-year oil change. You know what I mean? And then you just got this motherfucker not even legit.
Right. And that's what's so fucked up, you know what I mean? Because with that type of purchase, like I said, you're looking for, you know, your loan, your length of your loan. You're looking, like I said, all you want to do is oil changes, tune-ups, your brakes, you know, basic routine maintenance. You hoping that you're not buying something that could be a lemon that break down super fast and you out your dough. Or for instance, we just go back to this video right here where the car dealership they get you. So
and because they're like, you know, they're a little mid-level shit. You know what I'm saying? They're Beamers and Benzes and you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. Hunter says, just be careful. If you are interested in buying a new vehicle here soon, man, go do your homework on your purchase. 100%, man. Oh my man. And then they be having the forums that'll help you see what the maintenance is within a certain amount of time, or what's most common that break down on a vehicle. You know,
and if you get nice cars and you lease and you leasing or whatever the case may be, when you still owe some shit and you trying to buy a house, that could be viewed as a contingency too. So you got imagine you're trying to buy this house, but they're like, oh well, we can't give you this loan because you got these other joints on your shit. You're gonna have to buy that car out.
Yeah,
get rid of it.
It's your debt to income ratio. So if you got too
Bomb.
much,
there it is. The debt to income ratio.
Afford this loan because your debt is
and it'll be categorized as a contingency. Like, oh shit, word. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they definitely.
Yeah, you owe money to this thing, so we can't just give you money for this thing. You know what I mean?
That's why I like when you go do a purchase like that, they want to see your statements for like 5 months, 6 months. They want to see what's coming in and out. 100%. Oh, they want you to go ahead and get
them. In-N-Out burger sounds hella good. My bad. Continue.
No, the burger do sound fired in a burger.
You said In-N-Out, just trigger the burger.
Let's talk about it. Everything. Well, shit, man. That was the last topic, big bro. Let the people know where they can find you at and what's going on, man.
Well, I am very elusive, right? But you can find me on the GenWealthNet _ all one word on Instagram, and you can find me, find all of us on the flagship GenWealthNet on YouTube, and yeah, check us out tomorrow, Mañana. We're gonna be live for the games. You know what I'm saying? Championship Sunday, and everywhere you consume your music, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all that shit. Bogard scot-free.
Facts. 100%. Come pull up tomorrow, man. If you is a football fan, you know what I mean, a fantasy football enthusiast, aka degenerate like us, we will be rocking for the motherfucking both games. 100%. It's crunch time for our playoff leagues. I'm in 3 of them, big bro, and 6 of them. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of
yeah, but it looks like I'm really only in 3 of them. And I'm trying to fight.
Yeah, me too, bro. I'm trying to fight damn self, bro. Fuck. You know what I mean? But yeah, I can't wait till the games tomorrow, man. We're gonna be kicking it, man. So pull up, you know what I mean? Pull up with a brew, pull up with, you know what I mean, some flour or however you relax. And you know what I mean, come talk that shit with us. We gonna be looking forward to this draft coming up here right after the motherfucking Super Bowl. So this shit don't sleep with us, man. The channels ain't sleeping, bro. We here to stay, man. So man, y'all stay, just click that bell. Wherever you consume this, just click that.
Rock the bells.
Rock the bell, bro. Oh, my mama. Please rock that bell for us. Throw us that thumb up. And if you feel froggy, share this motherfucking we'll see y'all tomorrow, man. 100%, man. We gone, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
You have now access to complicated production.